friends and yogis. I'm Coach Melanie. Thanks for joining me here at Results at Home at Results Fitness. I'll be taking you through this yoga session today. So please grab your mat if you don't already have one. Just a towel and a water bottle is all you need. If you have a block handy, go ahead and have a block close by. We're going to start off in your child's pose. So go ahead, bring your big toes to touch, separate your knees nice and wide, slide your bottom down and back towards your heels, and then reach your fingertips forward. Let your shoulders soften here. Let your hips sink back towards your heels. Let your forehead rest on the ground. And simply allow your body to settle down onto the ground. Bringing awareness to your breathing. Just noticing that simply bringing awareness to your breath already begins to deepen it. Taking a moment here to settle into your body, settle onto your mat. Allowing the breath to deepen and the mind to start to slow. And right here, just committing yourself to this next 25 to 30 minutes of being fully aware and in your body and in your breath. With your next inhale, come up to your all fours position. So your tabletop. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists, knees underneath your hips. With your inhale, arch your sit bones high, drop your belly down, pull your shoulders on your back and look forward for your cow. On your exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, pull up and in for your cat. Really pull the shoulder blades apart. Inhale and come back to your cow pose. Whole length of your breath completes the movement. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Two more here. Move with your own breath at your own pace. Your whole inhale takes you to cow. Your whole exhale takes you to cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale here. Curl your toes under. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on your exhale, find your downward facing dog. Pushing your hips up and back. Heels down towards the ground. There's a bend in your knees here, either a slight one or a deep one, depending on how tight your hamstrings and your low back are. So you can really find length in your spine. You can move around in your dog in a way that feels good. So if you want to walk it a little bit, bend one knee and then push the opposite heel down to the ground. If you want to roll to the tips of your toes and then push down and back through your heels, really get that nice side body stretch. Downward dog is our home base. It's kind of where we figure things out. So just noticing any areas in your body that may feel a little tight, may feel a little loose. Maybe shake your head a little bit, yes and no. All the while taking those nice deep breaths in and out of your nose. Eventually you'll settle into stillness. Allow your breath to be the only thing moving your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet and find a ragdoll at the back of your mat. So feet at least hip distance apart, 2 fists between your big toes. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow and hang heavy in your forward fold. Ground down through your heels. Rock the weight forward towards your toes. So you're evenly distributing the weight in your feet front to back, side to side. All 4 corners firmly grounded. Little softness in the knees here. And then you can sway side to side if that feels good. You're letting the lower half of your body be nice and strong and grounded. The upper half of your body is nice and soft and opening. Maybe shake your head again a little bit, yes and no. So you're using gravity here to lengthen your spine. Find that space between each and every vertebra. Your head's nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, release your fingertips to the earth. Walk yourself back out to your downward facing dog. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. With your next inhale, use your whole inhale. Lift your right leg high with an internal rotation. So your right hip and your right toes are going to point down for now. Flex and fan the toes of your right foot like you're standing on a wall behind you. Push the weight up and out of your shoulders, down and back towards your left heel as you lift your right leg higher with an inhale. On your exhale, you can bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of the left. For that rotation, keeping your right shoulder pointing down, your left hip pulling up and back. Length through both side bodies. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale as you lift up a little bit higher. On your exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Keep it there. Inhale and look forward. Exhale and step your right foot forward. Spin your back heel flat. With your inhale, rise as your warrior one. Right toes are pointing forward. Left toes towards the left front corner of your the mat. So you can spin your left hip forward, right hip back. Bending into your front knee so it's right over your ankle. Hug your belly in. Tailbone drops straight down. Reach your arms high with an inhale for your warrior one. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. As you reach your chest up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, interlace your fingers at your low back. Or if you have a little towel and you need a little more space, you can hold that towel in between your hands, give you a little more range. Hug your belly in, drop your tail down, take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, humble your warrior. Bring your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Invite the crown of your head down towards your right foot and pull your hips back towards the midline of your back. Sending your breath into your shoulders and into your hips. Taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and rise back up to your warrior one. You can drop your towel. On your exhale, open up to your warrior two. Separate your feet a little further apart. Right toes are still going to point forward. Back foot is now parallel to the back edge of your mat. Hug your belly in, drop your tail down. Gaze over your right fingertips. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and start to straighten your front leg. On your exhale, pull your right fingertips forward and find Trikonasana, triangle pose. So your right hand can come to your right shin. Left shoulder stays on top of the right, and you're pushing your hips straight forward towards the front of your room or towards me as you stack your left shoulder on top of the right. And you're rotating that right lung, the lower lung, up towards the ceiling. Your right leg is straight, but not to the point of locking out. Straighten it to the point that feels good to you. Breathing in and breathing out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, bring your left fingertips to the ground. Hop your left foot up and out to the left a little bit, as much as you need to. So both sets of toes point forward, both heels are down. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Nice long flat spine over your right leg. On your exhale, fold over your right leg. Pull your right hip up and back, left hip down and forward. Send your breath into the back of your right leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale and find your halfway lift. On your exhale, step your right foot back to meet the left. Push your hips up and back. downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. With your next inhale, lift your left leg high, internal rotation. Keep your hip and your toe pointing down. Flex and fan the toes of your left foot like you're standing on the wall behind you. Inhale as you lift it up a little bit higher. On your exhale, bend your left knee. Go ahead and stack your left hip on top of the right. As you square your left shoulder down to the earth, pull your right hip up and back. Inhale as you lift your left knee up a little bit higher. On your exhale, pull your knee into your nose. Keep it there. Inhale and look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Spin your back heel flat. Inhale and rise to your warrior one. Left toes point forward. Right toes towards the right front corner of your mat. So you can spin that right hip forward, left hip back. Nice and square with the hips. Bend into the front knee so it's over the ankle. Hug your belly in. Lower half of your body pushes down and forward. Upper half pulls up and out. Take a nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, interlace your fingers at your low back. Or grab that little towel if you need it. Inhale as you lift your heart and chest. Hug your belly to your spine. On your exhale, humble your warrior. Left shoulder on the inside of your left knee. Shoulders up and over your head. Notice how your hips want to pop out to the left. Pull them back towards the midline. Invite the crown of your head down. Shoulders up and over. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale and rise back up to your warrior one. You can drop your towel. Exhale and open to your warrior two. Separate your feet a little further apart. Left toes are still going to point forward. Right foot's parallel to the back of your mat. Hug your belly in. Drop your tail down, pull your shoulder blades together, and down your back. Bending into that front knee. Taking a nice deep breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale and start to straighten your front leg. On your exhale, pull your left fingertips forward, get nice and long. Left hand comes to your left shin, right arm goes high for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straightening your front leg to your degree without locking the knee joint. Stacking your right shoulder on top of the left, right hip on top of the left, as you push your hips straight forward. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more, breathe in. On your exhale, bring your right fingertips down to the earth. Hop your right foot up and out to the right as much as you need to have both sets of toes forward, both heels down. On your inhale, find a halfway lift over your left leg. On your exhale, fold over your left leg, inviting the crown of your head down. Left sit bone goes up and back. Right hip bone goes down and forward. So you're breathing into the back of your left leg for this pyramid pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale and find a halfway lift. On your exhale, step your left foot back, find your high plank, and then push your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Drop down to your knees again. Find your child's pose for a breath or two. Slide your hips down and back. Crawl your fingertips forward. Just taking a moment to check in, to observe how your body is feeling. Check in with your breath. Know you can always restart at any time. Each inhale is an opportunity to start again. Each inhale and exhale is an opportunity for growth. Find your way back to your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, push your hips up and back. Nice side body stretch. With your inhale, lift your right leg high with an internal rotation. On your exhale, step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand and drop your back knee. Sink your hips down and forward. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Now from here, move your right foot all the way over to the right side of your mat. And then pick up your toes and point them to like 1 or 2 o'clock. If there was a clock there, your toes would be pointing that way. You can come to the knife edge of your right foot, allowing your right knee to drop out. You can come down onto your forearms. Or if you have that block and you need to bring the floor up a little higher, you can place your forearms on the block. Wherever you're at though, your hips are sinking down and forward and your chest is lifting up. Getting that nice stretch in that outer upper right hip area. You can play around with the placement of your right your right foot, depending on where that tightness is in your right hip. Notice where you're picking up tension, maybe your shoulders and your jaw. See if you can soften those areas and send your breath into that right hip where the pose is actually happening. Choose to stay right here, or you can start to bend your back knee, reach for your left foot with your right hand. Gently pull your left heel in towards your left hip, rotate your right shoulder onto your back, and you can make this into a little bit of a back bend. Or simply stay right where we started with both hands on the ground and your left leg down. This is adding a little back bend and a quad stretch to it. If it doesn't feel right though, don't do it. Deeper doesn't mean better, it only means deeper. Take another deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, release your back foot if you had it. Bring your right hand back down. Walk your right foot back in. Curl your back toes under. Step back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk it out, stretch it out, do what you need to do on this side. A little walk of the dog maybe. And then as you're ready, use your inhale, lift your left leg high. On your exhale, step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Drop your back knee. Sink your hips, lift your chest, and then walk your left foot over towards the left side of your mat. Pick up your toes now, point them to like 10 or 11. And then again, stay here. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms. Maybe you need to stay up on your hands. Notice how this side is most likely a little different than the other side. One side's going to be tighter than the other. So be a little more gentle with the side that causes your body and your mind a little more stress. Play around with the placement of your left foot. You can drop that knee out a little bit. Soften your shoulders and your mouth. Choose to stay here, or bend your right knee, reach back for your right foot with your left hand, gently pull your right heel in towards your right hip, rotate your left shoulder on your back, taking this into a bit of a back bend. Getting that nice quad stretch as well. But listening to your own body, if it's not feeling great, drop that leg and simply sit in the original pose. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in. On your exhale, gently release that back foot if you have it. Bring your left hand back down. Walk your left foot back in. Curl your toes under. Push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Drop your knees down onto the earth one at a time in between your hands. Cross your ankles and roll onto your back. Once you get there, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little love. From here, hold onto your right knee. Extend your left leg long. Push the back of your left leg down into the ground as you hug your right knee in towards your chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your right knee all the way over to the left side of your body. Extend your right arm long. for this twist. So only bring your right knee as far over as feels good. You can gaze over your right fingertips. You can keep your gaze up towards the ceiling if that bothers your neck. Breathing into your back, breathing into your right hip. One more big breath in. Long breath out. Inhale and slowly come back through center. Hug both knees in again. Give a little squeeze. Try to push your low back down into the ground. Ooh, maybe roll out your ankles and get a little crack like I just did. Now keep hold of your left knee. Extend your right leg long. Try to push the back of your right leg into the earth as you pull your left knee into your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, slowly bring your left knee all the way over to the right side of your body. Extend your left arm long. You can gaze over your left shoulder, or you can keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. Taking that left knee only as far over as feels comfortable, so you feel that stretch in your hip and in your low back on that side. Sending your breath into that space. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale and come back through center. Hug both of your knees into your chest again. Push your low back down into the ground. Little rock, little massage. And then grab the inner or outer edges of your feet. Pull your knees down into your armpits and find your happy baby. So low back stays on the ground, soles of the feet point up. And you can add a little rock here if it feels good. Or you can stay stationary. Breathing in and breathing out. One more big breath in. Long breath out. Release your feet back to the earth. Now bring the soles of your feet together and your knees open wide for what's called Supta Baddha Konasana. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and close your eyes. Allowing gravity to assist you in opening your inner hips and thighs. Feeling your knees as they soften down towards the ground. Allowing the sensation of feeling your breath and your heart beating draw you a little deeper into your body. Choosing to stay in this position for your Shavasana, or you can separate your legs nice and wide, more than mat distance apart, arms open wide, palms face up. Integrate your shoulder blades together underneath you. Either position, take a nice deep full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Allowing your whole body to soften, letting go of any remaining tension, and giving yourself this minute of stillness to allow your body to reap the benefits of your yoga practice before you go on with the rest of your day. very slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently allowing some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch your arms up overhead. Take a nice full body stretch if that feels good. As you're ready, hug your knees into your chest and roll off to whichever side of your body is calling you in this moment. And then using your hands, push yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Eyes remaining closed, hands fall to Anjali Mudra, heart center, our mudra of gratitude. Taking a moment here to honor yourself. I'm grateful to each and every one of you coming here, sharing your practice with me. Thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here at Results Fitness, Results at Home. I'm Coach Melanie. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.